Welcome to another edition of our Crème-De-La-Crème series, in which we take you on a journey across the Western Turkish Riviera. Containing a staggering wealth of historic sites, the inexpensive Aegean coast makes a marvelous introduction to both ancient and modern Turkey. Boutique hotels, secret beach clubs, modern cities, mouth-watering mezzes, and wines. Quaint old towns, hipster restaurants, and stunning sunsets. Time to pack our summer bags and join us. We start our Aegean journey at one of the most iconic ancient UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Troy, or Troia as it is originally called, has always been an ultimate bucket list item of mine, and finally being able to climb inside the infamous Trojan horse, well, a very good replica of it at least, was truly exciting. Troy is a unique symbol of the cultural fusion of the inhabitants of Anatolia, the Balkans, and the inhabitants of the Aegean Sea, where the history of human habitation dates back to the Bronze Age or 3000 BC. The myth of the Trojan War has captivated people for thousands of years and has led pilgrims, explorers, and archaeologists to search for the location where the famed conflict took place. German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann excavated the site of the city of Troy in Turkey in 1870 and found several cities built on top of each other. The city called Troy 8 is believed to be the site of the famous Trojan War from Homer's Iliad. As we head south, we reach a peninsula between two natural bays, where surrounded by low hills and cream-white rocks lies Foça. Accommodations here are mostly cozy pensions and charming boutique hotels and villas. Navalia Hotel seemed to live up to that hype, with its ode to the traditional stone houses of the area, with some industrial modern touches, romantic outdoor facade, and a wonderfully relaxing garden area. The Turkish breakfast was of a normal caliber, and even though it did not feature anything unusually spectacular, it sure looked appetizing. And if had at the right brunch hour, it left one ready for a siesta. But instead of succumbing to that temptation, we decided to explore a different beach resort on the other side of the bay, which we were told had better water than our hotel beach. Even though the ride there was picturesque and we were able to glance at some ancient ruins, stone formations, and windmills along the way, the beach resort itself did not impress. The sand was made out of stones, and the beach party atmosphere was pretty much non-existent. We quickly reversed the day's plan and opted out for our tiny yet cute hotel beach, which was conveniently located 3 steps away from our room, and the bar for when that rosé o'clock hits, which, let's be honest, is rather arbitrary when on vacation. We have to be honest here and state that this beach also was not to our liking, and we would not highly recommend it. However, the reason to visit Foça turned out to be something else entirely. Throughout the 2,800 years that has passed since Aeolian tribes founded the town, Foça, as the Greeks called it, has kept its magic. Seated beside 2 small bays and a fine small harbor that has been in use by skillful mariners since 600 BC, Foça's mariners explored the Black, Aegean, and Mediterranean seas in their 50-oar ships, founding colonies at Samson in Corsica, Italy, France, and Spain. Today, the mariners are mostly yachters, pleasure boaters, and windsurfers, both Turkish and foreign, as well as visitors who come in hopes of spotting one of the rare Mediterranean monk seals that gather on the small island offshore, or the strikingly blue-colored jellyfish that we had the privilege of encountering. A leisurely walk around the marina followed by a traditional Turkish restaurant on a summer evening is definitely something to experience. Formerly known as Smyrna, in the history books, the Izmir Peninsula includes the main city center and a splattering of scenic coastal resorts. Known as the Pearl of the Aegean, it delights with its contemporary life and the palm trees sprinkled along the coast, not to mention its shimmering night skyline. It is the third largest metropolis in Turkey, yet holidaymakers and tourists to the country often overlook it in favor of Istanbul. However, a new trend is rising, and Izmir is gaining traction as an ideal city break destination. Even though Izmir is a large city, its unique characteristics are immediately noticeable to first-time visitors. Distinguishing it from other cities in Turkey, patriotic locals adore their country, yet historically have always embraced global art, music, and fashion trends, making them a forward-thinking community. Besides our tremendous hotel view of the port, a little day shopping, and a short evening walk across the famous Konak Square, we did not spend too much time in this city, as we were eager to explore the coast instead. We stumbled upon a terrific little coastal gem off the beaten path. The place was tiny, featured only a couple of hotels and a handful of restaurants. But to us, namely, that made it that much more attractive and relaxing. For decades, famous and wealthy Turks from the major cities have purchased holiday and retirement homes in the coastal holiday resorts of Izmir. In recent years, foreign expats looking for an authentic Aegean lifestyle have also flocked to the area. Foça is popular, but Çeşme and Alaçatı are coastal resorts lucratively enjoying international fame. Choosing a hotel in Çeşme is just as impossible as choosing just a few mezzes for the table. Between the big, all-inclusive, massive mega resorts and tiny, wonderfully cozy boutique hotels, uniquely decorated and bursting with local charm, I don't think it's a big shocker that we decided on the latter. Kemal Alaçatı Hotel was just that. Perfect location, only mere 5-minute walk from the old town. Traditional rooms, cute backyard area with a pleasant pool that definitely had that home feel to it. Not to mention a staff so helpful, they show up to replace your TV in the middle of the night so that you do not miss a minute of the Euro Cup game. Couple that with the farm-to-table Turkish breakfast that was clearly betting on quality rather than quantity, and the vacation summery fun beat in the pool area, and you almost had no reason to leave this place. Almost. Alaçatı, part of the Çeşme district, is the windsurfing capital of Turkey and annually holds world championship events. While the blue and white quaint architecture and cobbled streets of the old town lure non-sport fans. Phenomenal restaurants and bars housed inside old stone houses. attract famous Turkish celebrities, while the inspiring atmosphere leads artisans to lease studios in the region. Never have I been so overwhelmed by architectural and decorational charm, outside of a Greek island, that is. See for yourselves. Our first dinner was a bit rushed due to inappropriate shoe choices and curfew restrictions. So one street led to another, led to the Octo Bar. With the name of that sort, one simply is obliged to try the grilled octopus, which is frankly my all-time favorite food. I order it everywhere I go. Of course, we upgraded to the entire seafood platter, which wasn't the wisest choice we've made. Besides the octopus, the rest of the seafood was not prepared appropriately at all. With that said, the service we received, the chef personally coming out to discuss it, and the added extra bonus, all but made up for it. Second night dinner was much more successful, and just when you thought meze and octopus in particular cannot get any better than this, well, it sure did. I will link all the restaurants and hotels in the description of this video, but honestly guys, as it comes to Çeşme, you cannot go wrong. Now let's turn our wanderlust attention to another important subject, the beaches. While Çeşme is technically an entire peninsula, one beach in particular seems to be on top of everyone's list, Alaca. Yes, its waters are blindingly turquoise, yes, its sand is fine, but it also happens to be super popular and crowded. And as you may have discovered, public city beaches are not really our cup of tea. There is, however, a secret option C on the far right corner called Sandal Beach Çeşme. Terrific layered beach club in which you get to not worry about sand in your drink, space in the sea, or anything at all for that matter. The minimums are extremely reasonable, and if you wanted to really splurge, you can always get a Bali-style bungalow cabana with your own private access to the crystal clear waters below. Çeşme has many popular beach bars, but one of the newest, hippest, coolest, most Instagrammable one is, without a doubt, Bohin Beach. Just a little side note of friendly warning here, these places really take advantage of tourists and make up prices as they go for their cover charges and minimums, so be wary, be firm, and do not overpay just because you're not a local. With that said, this place did not disappoint atmosphere-wise. Beach club party-wise, though, let's just be generous and say they were having an off day or something. Overall, Çeşme was the climax of our trip, and a must visit. Generous sandy beaches and 300 days of sunshine per year make Kuşadası a favorite holiday destination for Turkish locals and foreigners alike. The sensational marina has a capacity for 600 boats, and this famous port, which is the busiest in Turkey, is a favorite of the large cruise liners, to stop over usually for a 2-day visit with thousands of tourists from all over the world, wanting to visit Kuşadası and the ancient ruins of Ephesus. As the sun made its way below the horizon, we were ready for some seriously fresh seafood, as it is the custom here. Turkish take their fresh fish seriously, and having so much choice seriously spoils one. I was personally more interested in the myriad of mezzes and the seating arrangements. After all, it is not every day that one gets to eat directly on the sand. The Turkish say if you're not going to drink rakı with the fish, let the fish live, which pretty much sums up this custom. Rakı is a grape-based anise-flavored liqueur which graces every single Turkish summer table. And even though they have it with dinner, I find it to be perfect for a summer dessert with some fresh fruit. Attentive, genuine service, terrific food, great company, all on a backdrop of pink golden hues, soundtracked by the crashing waves. What else can one want? Well, how about a bonfire? Right in the sea. Why not? From Kuşadası, it is extremely easy to visit Greece. All you have to do is hop on a 1.5-hour ferry to Samos. We of course could not leave Turkey before stocking up on snacks at one of its countless nut and spice shops, in which the amount of choice beats even a cereal aisle in the United States. We will explore Samos more in depth in future videos about the Greek islands, so don't forget to subscribe. Our final stop on this journey through the Western Turkish Riviera is Bodrum. With its rugged mountainous landscape and turquoise waters, this is the jewel in the crown of Turkey's Aegean coast. At first glance, Bodrum might not be too different from other resort towns. Hotels are numerous, as are the different restaurants and bars near the town's marina. Countless shops selling variations of the same merchandise can also be found everywhere around the old town. In the evenings, the fun is in full swing and the music echoes from all corners. Just like Çeşme, the Bodrum area encompasses a whole peninsula. Our first beach day was spent in the Akyarlar area, where we managed to find a very relaxing daybed in the Camelot Beach Club. Even though the beach area was extremely crowded, we managed to find our own corner to blissfully enjoy the view, a drink, a book, and life itself. As magical as a summer evening can be in and of itself, imagine enhancing it by millions flickering lamps in all colors, the sound of the waves crashing in your restaurant chair, the bobbing fishing boats, and the full moon silently witnessing it all. The area of Gümüşlük, with the most picturesque restaurant you can imagine, is simply a must for anyone visiting Bodrum. This is another place in which you can't go wrong with your dinner place choice. However, the place at the very north end of the street, called Mimosa, was absolutely spectacular. We would recommend the fener fish, which is prepared fantastically, and it is a local specialty carrying the name of those traditional lamps, hanging above you and creating this almost fairy tale-like atmosphere. And no fantastic dinner is ever complete without a fantastic dessert, especially when presented with so much choice. The following day, we visited the town of Turgutreis and its traditional bazaars, in which you most certainly can get amazing deals on anything under the sun, but most especially summer beach essentials. Having reached our threshold for crowded beaches, we decided to find something a bit more private and a whole lot more picturesque. And just like that, Bodrum managed to sign its name in the list of magnificent sunsets. From Bodrum, we took a short ferry trip to another Greek island called Kos, which we will also save for future videos. If you want to fill your life with inspirational journeys and amazing adventures from around the world, subscribe to Gypsy Jetsetter today. For more exciting travel videos in the Crème-De-La-Crème series, check out our Portugal editions, the top places to visit along the Portuguese coast and the best beaches in Portugal. And remember, time is travel.